Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy for Now. It's me, Isabel, here with a bonkers reading vlog. So I have a selection of books. This was requested from the friend group. They were like, hey, specifically Heather over here was like, hey, I really need another one of these from you. And I was like, on it, because I kind of had a list going. And that list had two clear sections. So this is part one. I don't know when you'll get part two. Part two will happen at some point because I have to like do these in bursts. But there will be a part two in which I read some other ones that I found recently. But this time we're reading food and kind of summery food. Bonkers romance books. I have a selection of 4 food ones and then one that I had to read because of the title. It fits for summer. It had to happen. So I'm going to read these and talk to you about them. I'm not going to tell you a bunch about them, but I will tell you the titles here and then have a good time watching me lose my mind, I feel like is what's about to happen. But we'll see. So first up, I'm reading Wet Allosaur Summer because I have to. Also, the audiobook was like under $5. So this one. The rest of these are in KU. Book 1 is not in KU though, so that's disappointing. I also have The Deviled Egg Made Me Do It. That cover communicates a lot. Yeah, I know. Yep, it is shaped like that. You're not wrong. You're not seeing things. That is 100% the shape of this cover. And then we have That's More Like It. So this is a throuple between a graham cracker, a marshmallow, and a chocolate piece. And we also have Mating the Mallows, which is a Easter candy related one, but I don't like marshmallows, so I just was like, let's just get the marshmallows out the way, y'all. Let's do it now. And I feel like they sell those little bunnies all year round now for different holidays. It's fine. And then last but not least, we have Cold Sweat. Yeah, that's the Kool-Aid picture. That's either gonna haunt me for the rest of my life or I'm gonna have such a blast. I'm hoping it's a good time because it's Very Valentine. But yeah, basically all of these are under 60 pages besides Wet Allosaur Summer. So this is going to be like a 24-ish style vlog. But yeah, I'm going to go read these. We're going to start with the marshmallows, I think, today. And I will take you on this journey with me while I read them. So you're going to get some fun reactions at the very least. I hope you're excited. I hope you're excited. I'm not. I will be once I start reading them and start having funny things to say about them. But going in is always stressful. Come here to tell you what I have learned. Less than 20% or 20% into the book. She doesn't like sugar. What? She doesn't like sugar because she had eaten a piece of candy and the news about her father leaving her and her mother hit and that taste turned to ash in her mouth. And now she's about to walk down the candy aisle because it's calling her name. What? Okay, I gotta get back to this. I'll be right back, I'm sure, very soon. I have like 1 or 2 chapters left. I have to update you though again because there is a quote that is literally the choreographed dance of the Sugar Plum Dicks. They call her a good girl multiple times. Y'all, what? This is amazing. This is amazing. I love this one. This is a good one so far. We'll see how it wraps up here, but I am very amused because she microwaved them and now we have 6+ foot tall men banging her that are part marshmallow. Logic. It's a thing. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna finish it now. Okay, I'm done. There's... Wow. So first things first, of the updates I haven't given you since finishing this 21-page delight. 1, she calls it fluffer nut when they jizz. So that was hilarious. 2, there's a moral to the story. What? Why? The moral of the story is that one bad experience in the past doesn't have to taint the future. And you can always continue to learn and grow and start anew. Because if she had never tried marshmallows again, she would have never met these men. 5 stars. Fantastic. Good morning. My bangs are being weird because I put mousse in my hair yesterday, and it now is like, it's a time. Anyways, I'm gonna pin them back probably in a bit, but first things first, I have my morning espresso latte, and that's more like it this morning. I only have 4, this is counting it, 4 ebooks left, and that audiobook for Wet Allosaur Summer. So I need to go to the store because I have a thing I want to do for one of the books. Yeah, so we're gonna read That's More Like It this morning for a minute here, and then I'll update you on it as I go. But yeah, I'm gonna drink my coffee and read this. Hopefully I don't choke. Fingers crossed. Okay, we have to discuss after chapter 1 this time. What is going on? So, first of all, they're on a cabin vacation because the graham cracker factory's had her real stressed out because like the recipe she's trying isn't working. And she talks about how she likes how her chocolate bar husband fills all her holes. And then that there's a tanning bed and they're gonna get a little melty. And then the marshmallow shows up and has been burned by her ex. And they were like, well, screw our plans, we must invite her in. And that's the start of chapter 2. And I'm just like, I don't know. I didn't know that this is where this was going at all. I had no expectations. And I'm just like, okay. And obviously the tanning bed, they're all gonna do it in, and it's gonna be super gross because it'll be so melty. That's my guess, but we'll see. A new one. Their bodies ground together in pleasure. I can hear this like crunch of Graham under the smooth weight of Theo. I haven't figured out what Theo's short for. Like in relation, because her name's Jella, so I'm assuming her full name's Gelatin. But what's Theo's full name? And he's chocolate. Like I don't know. Anyways, crunch was not a word I ever expected to read in a book like this. So there's that. I will not be the person I was before I read That's More Like It ever again. Ever again. I traumatized my group chat with it. Because you know what? I can't be alone in this trauma. Her ex is literally a Cheeto who like tried to throw her into a fire to burn her because he was mad at her. And then their threesome was really weird, and it was just such an odd time. I'm okay. 2 stars. This is not good. Read Mating the Mallows first. Okay, so finished That's More Like It, and then ran errands because I needed a brief break. And instead of listening to Wet Allosaur Summer, I talked to my brother, which is fine. That's More Like It is definitely a 2. The Cheeto thing was hilarious. The rest of it was fine. That's my lunch. Yelling at me. Let me go get my lunch. The rest of it was something I didn't know I needed. I didn't know I needed an MMF s'mores romance. Needs a strong phrase for that, I guess. Okay, don't drop your food. Okay, I didn't drop my food. Needs probably too strong of a word for that one. But yeah, I had a time. A time was had. I'm eating my leftovers from Chipotle because I'm not reading anything related to this, so that's good. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this and listen to Wet Allosaur Summer, so I'll be back in a minute. And yeah, we're gonna be done with this very soon because I'm gonna read 2 more books after Wet Allosaur Summer, but I need like a break from food books, I think, for just like a second. But yeah, okay. I never thought I'd come out of this with a food book I prefer for a thing I hate, but here we are. Okay, so I'm updating my reading spreadsheet because of course I am. And I'm listening to Wet Allosaur Summer. I'm already going to say that this one's probably not going to be my favorite. I think this one's taking itself too seriously so far. But she ends up communicating with this Allosaur who, like, they can talk to each other because they have, like, a communication pack on. And it's her, like, family farm, which is fine. And they are, like, communicating and stuff. And it's so weird. They end up attracted to each other, so they go on the run together to a place where humans and dinosaurs can be together. And I'm like, okay. And they get there after he ate her. I missed a part. He eats her arm because their dad, like, shoots her in the arm, and he ends up eating it off of her because that's the solution to the arm that's dead. Anyways, and then he carries her, like, across a field or whatever. And now we are just, like, making our way to this thing. He's run off with this other girl, so we're kind of waiting to see what's going on there. The other lady was like, don't worry about it. And I'm like, excuse me? Don't worry about it? I don't think so. But yeah, I don't know. This one's weird. So I'm going to keep going. I'll be back. I only have like 30 minutes left in it, probably 40. I'm on 2.5, so I'll be back. It's not good so far. I'm sorry. Two things. I was like, I'm gonna lay down and listen to the rest of this because I was gonna fold laundry, but I'm just like constantly during this book. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but my face is just like me going, what? Okay, so some guys show up and kidnap Tanis, our heroine, and Big Al, which is the dinosaur. And they end up at this place. She burns it down, gets out, and starts driving them back to where they were. I don't know how far they went. That wasn't really there. My main issue with this book right now, in my opinion so far, is it's taking itself a little too seriously. I come to these for the bonkers, for the weird, to not feel like I'm reading something too serious. And this is longer. This is the longest book I'm reading for this. It's 175 pages. I have 20 minutes left. And it's taking itself too seriously. And that's not what I want. But I'm going to keep going. She just went to a slaughterhouse to basically feed Big Al because he's not really been able to eat in their entire journey back to their spot. Oh, and I think I left out. The feathers on the dinosaurs are magically healing. So go figure. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't what I expected at all. I don't know what I expected. This isn't it, though. I can tell you that right now. I didn't expect this much plot. I know that. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to get back to it and I'll be back. Okay. I just finished Wet Allosaur Summer, and this book took itself too seriously, which I know is a statement that you may feel like, how? But truly, I feel like the plot was too much because, like, they end up on the run, then they end up at the slaughterhouse. She convinces them to employ Big Al, and then her dad shows back up to take her home. That doesn't work out, and then the slaughterhouse guy is like, I'll protect y'all. And then they, like, revolutionize slaughterhouse procedure with dinosaurs. And it just was like too much plot, which is a weird statement to make about these books. Too long and too much plot. 2.5. That's where we're landing. 2.5 stars. Better than that's more like it, but not what I felt like I was signing up for from the title. So there's that. One more point before we move on that I just realized, I went and looked at the group chat where I've been updating them on these books. It's like semi-poly in the beginning, and like the one other lover like gets her ready for him, and then they run off, they get kidnapped, and they just abandon these two. Like the outro has no update on this. There's nothing. I'm so confused. Anyways, I'm gonna go read the deviled egg book. I'll be back in a few, I'm sure. So she's just like prepping deviled eggs for a party. And a giant deviled egg comes out of her bathroom, or giant egg. They've kissed now. I'm 46% in it, so I have 22 minutes left. They start making out. She thought he would be oh my god, I said it a minute ago. Sulfuric or curdled tasting. He tastes like mozzarella. Some shell is cracking. Apparently he is now, as she says, my Eggman is ready to get fully undressed and show me just how hard-boiled his body really is. I do so much for y'all. And okay. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'll be back. Okay, hello. Part 2 is read. They banged. Listen, the one thing this book gets, heavy on the consent. And you know what? That's nice. You can write a bonkers book and still have good consent. Oh boy, there's so much to say. Obviously good consent. Also, they literally do it. He jerks off onto her at the end because she like yells out the safe word. And it was yellow and sounded to be deviled egg textured / consistency, and that feels like a disease. I know he's a devil, but it feels wrong. Also, his junk was horned, and I don't know how I feel about that. His tail was also egged, literally like beaded, like egg shaped beads, so obviously that came into play as well. I'm gonna read the last 8 minutes and I'll report back. I'm so glad I saved Fear Valentine for last. This has been a journey. Okay, I finished the deviled egg book. He uses his jizz to fill deviled eggs for her brunch housewarming party. And I don't know why I didn't see that coming. Also his pubes for the chives on top, because his pubes and chest hair are chives. He also like peels his shell off for them to bone, which was yep. Here we are. Here we are. Now to finish this vlog off and cleanse my palate with some Vera Valentine's Cold Sweat. For the love of God. I've got Kool-Aid in the fridge right now. So we're gonna drink some Kool-Aid while we read this as well. But since I have 34 minutes, this is the second longest of all of them. So yeah, let's do this, I guess. I do need to note, Vera's intro for this is fantastic and cracked me up. She's like, don't read this and be like, ew, it's this. It's literally that. Like, I am telling you, it is literally that. So like, get it together, people. It's gonna be fine. And I appreciate that because, you know, like I go into these books obviously expecting exactly what you tell me they are, because that's what these books do. Let's read. So I got my Kool-Aid and I'm drinking it. And I'm not okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I was not ready for this statement. Red was the result of Dan's torrid affair with a pallet of drink powder at the drunken office Christmas party many years ago. So we already got that like Red was home from his under the table demolition job, and now we found out how Red was born. And I don't know that I needed that information. I didn't need it, Vera. I was just going with he existed. I'm drinking tropical punch because they don't have cherry chill in the like squeeze bottles, and I didn't feel like making a picture. But anyways, I think they're about to get in a sauna, and that was chapter 1. And I'm sorry. An illicit affair with a pallet of drink powder is my new favorite thing I've ever read. Wow. Anyways, I have to go chase Mills because she is hunting a bunny in the yard, and we don't play that game here. Grumps is playing Call of Duty, and I'm finishing the Kool-Aid book because I have 20 minutes left, and this is why I love her. She commits. She's like, I'm doing this. Gonna fill you up to the top, my good little cup. I'm gonna start calling people my good little cups. Welcome to your new pet names. Screw friends and enemies. What's up, my good cups? Oh my god. This is amazing. Alright, I'm gonna keep reading. They have done it. They have boned. I'm on chapter 8. There's one more chapter, I believe. Yeah, 8 and 9 are it. She responded with dirty talk, saying to fill me up, your dirty little cup. Who knew? And then when he came, he screamed, oh yeah. a bunch. Yep. Anyways, this has been a time. This is delightful. And then in the next chapter, we do clarify that he's sugar-free, so we do not need to worry about an infection, because I was a little concerned about UTI potentials here, and also, like, general infections down there. Wild. This is wild. And I love Vera for this. She commits. She will do a thing like this, right? And, like, she commits to what she's doing. There's no hesitation. Like, it is like, no, I'm doing it, and it's gonna be bonkers, and I'm gonna deliver. And I love that. It's fantastic. Okay, so, I laid down, and I'm not gonna sit back up, but I finished Cold Sweat. There was the exact right amount of cup and quenching and thirst references for me. Keep trying to focus on my hand. There we go. Anyways, it was fun. And here's what I will always give Vera. She commits to the bit, and I appreciate that immensely. I think if you're gonna write books like this, you've got to commit to the bit, and that's what she did. So I appreciate it. And I think it was really fun overall. If you want a step sibling, only knew each other as adult step sibling romance, and a Kool-Aid man. Anyways, I'll be back to close this out tomorrow and give you my ranking on what one I think you should read, if I think you should read any of them and all that. But for now, I'm gonna honestly snuggle peas and read something else. Okay, I'm here to close up this vlog. I hope y'all had fun with me reading something. These were something. I read something for this video. I still can't believe I read but I can, because of course I did. It was a time. We had a time. It wasn't good or bad necessarily overall. We had a couple duds, but not so many that it was like a bad choice. But yeah, I hope y'all had fun. Let me know if you're gonna pick any of these up, because I'd definitely be curious if anyone watched this and was like, yeah, I'm gonna pick one of these up. Our next one will happen probably in August or September, probably September. And I'll do some objects, I think. I need to see if I have enough Halloween ones to do a Halloween version again, but I am thinking the next one will be objects, because I do have one on my list that is a fork. Obviously we have the door, the classic door one. But I have a list going. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down below and leave me any themes you would like to see. As always, if you don't want to do any of that, you can leave me a dinosaur emoji. I think we're going to go with today. Let's do dinosaur emoji. And if you want links to any of these, I guess they'll be down there. Links to my friend anywhere on the internet that I am. And I will catch y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for.